Welcome, beloved soul. You've been led here not by chance, but by a whisper from heaven, a divine tug at your heart, a quiet stirring that says, listen. This message is for you. God has seen your path. He's heard every prayer, spoken and unspoken. And He has chosen someone, not just any person, but someone sacred, specifically for you, not to complete you, for you are already whole in God, but to walk with you, to reflect back the parts of you that God desires to nourish, to sharpen your faith, to soften your doubts, to witness firsthand the miracle of a divine partnership. This person, they were not chosen randomly. They are not just a partner, they are a vessel. Chosen because of the way their spirit will awaken yours. Chosen because of how you're calling, and there's a line in God's greater plan. Yes, the world may see them as ordinary, but heaven sees the sacred imprint they carry. An imprint that resonates with the one God has placed upon you. It may not have looked how you imagined. Perhaps they're not the age, the background, the story you expected. But God's choosing is not based on appearances. He chooses based on purpose, on promise, on the divine unfolding of destiny. You may have even crossed paths and not known it. Or perhaps they are still hidden, being prepared, just as you are. But heaven whispers now that the wait, the ache, the questions, they were not in vain. Because the sacred reason God chose them for you is being revealed in this very season. He knows the weight your heart has carried, the loneliness that visits you at night, the quiet ache of wondering if someone will ever truly see you. And God says, yes, I am sending someone who will see you through my eyes. This person will not worship your wounds. They will help you heal them. They will not idolize your light. They will sit with you in the dark, because their spirit knows how to pray. And their soul has also wrestled in the quiet with God. That's why they can walk beside you without trying to fix or change you. They recognize the sacred in you, because they too have tasted heaven's grace. They've been through their own wilderness, so they understand the holy reverence of a heart that's still healing. God chose them for you, not just because of who they are, but because of what they've survived, because of what they now carry within them: gentleness, compassion, patience, spiritual strength forged in silence, and a love that flows not from pride, but from deep surrender. If your heart feels weary, if your soul is tired of trying to deserve love, know this: God's love story for you isn't built on merit. It's built on mercy, on divine timing, and on sacred design. Let this truth soften your striving. Let it quiet the fear that says maybe you've missed your chance. You haven't. God's will cannot be undone by delay, detour, or disappointment. This person, the one chosen just for you, is not arriving late. They are arriving right on time. Not just for your happiness, but for your growth, your mission, your next spiritual unfolding. Because together, your souls will echo something eternal, something holy, something only the two of you can birth into the world. Pause for a breath, dear one. Feel how your spirit settles when you hear this. God is not rushing you. He is preparing you, and at the same time, He is preparing them. And now I gently invite you, if this message has touched your heart in any way, consider subscribing to this peaceful space, where messages like these flow with divine timing. Share this video with someone who may need this gentle reassurance. Comment below, share your heart, your hopes, your prayers. And if your spirit feels led, offer a small, super thanks of support, not for vanity, but so this message may reach more searching hearts like yours. Each gift helps keep this spiritual space open, calm, and flowing in light. And I thank you deeply for every kind seed you sow. Now let us return to the sacred truth. God does not choose carelessly. Every soul He connects is part of a larger tapestry. And your connection with this person? It carries heavenly weight. You were not made to walk through life unseen. And this person, they carry a gaze that will not miss the beauty in you. Even when you forget it, they will pray over your dreams as if they were their own. They will cover your name in spiritual protection when you feel vulnerable. They will speak life into you, not just in the good times, but when your faith is fragile, because they've heard God's whisper about you. Even if they haven't met you yet, their soul already knows yours. Their spirit is already aligning with yours in the unseen. And when you do meet, when God ordains that moment, there will be a stillness. A quiet knowing, not the kind of fireworks the world promises, but a deep-rooted peace that says, This is holy ground. You will not need to perform. You will not need to convince. You will simply be, and they will recognize you. Because God has already spoken your name to their heart. This is the sacred reason He chose them for you. Not to entertain your ego, but to expand your soul. Not to erase your past, but to walk with you as you rewrite the future in love. Not to fill a void, but to help you overflow. They are not perfect, but they are aligned. With you, with heaven. With the next chapter God is writing through your joined lives. So be still. Keep praying. Keep becoming. For the one God chose for you is walking toward you, step by step. Led by the same divine hand that is guiding you. Let your heart rest in this truth. And let your soul know, you are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. Heaven is whispering. This is the sacred reason God chose them just for you. And in time, you will see the full beauty of what has already been set in motion. Let your faith rise gently. Let your hope breathe again. Let your soul prepare to be met. In the most holy way, you are dearly loved, and you are being led. Stay open, stay ready. Stay in the light, and if you feel led, subscribe now, not to follow a channel, but to remain connected to this river of peace. Let these words continue to meet you where you are. Comment if your heart resonates. Share if you know someone aching for this truth. And humbly, if you'd like to support this ministry with a super thanks, know it helps this message bloom and reach more seeking hearts. Each gift is received with deep gratitude. You are part of something holy. Something chosen. Something sacred. And this is only the beginning. Welcome again, dear heart. You are safe here. You are seen here. And the same divine voice that led you to part 1 has brought you here again. Let your spirit soften now. Let the noise of the world fall away for a while, because heaven is still speaking. And this message is still unfolding just for you. When God chooses someone for you, it's not merely to satisfy your longings. It's to fulfill His purpose in both your lives. To awaken something within you that only a divinely chosen soul can stir. This is why some connections fall away. Why some doors were gently or even painfully closed. Not because you were undeserving, not because you were forgotten, but because your destiny was never meant to be anchored in what was temporary. God's choice for you was preserved, held back, guarded, because your heart is sacred. And He would not entrust it to someone who could not love it well. You see, there are some people who can only love the easy parts of you. The parts that smile, achieve, and shine. But the one God chose for you, they've been trained by heaven to love your shadows too. To see you fully and not flinch. To witness your vulnerability and respond with reverence, not fear. To cover your weaknesses with prayer, not judgment. To celebrate your strength without competing with it, because this kind of love isn't found, it's revealed. And God is revealing it in His perfect timing. Maybe you've grown tired of waiting. Maybe you've started to question if this love is even real. But I tell you with gentleness, do not give up. Because what God has ordained cannot be stolen. By doubt, delay, or despair. He is not punishing you by making you wait. He is preserving the beauty of this connection so it won't be wasted in a season. When you're still learning to receive, there's a sacred reason He chose them. Not just any person, but this specific soul. Because the two of you are being formed to fit together, not just in affection, but in calling, in purpose. In spiritual harmony, you won't just love each other. You will serve something higher. Together, and when that day comes, when your eyes meet and your hearts recognize the divine thread, it will feel like coming home. Not because everything will be perfect, but because everything will be true. They will not come to rescue you. You are not broken, dear one. They will come to remind you of your strength, to echo back the beauty you've forgotten about yourself. When you stumble, they will speak God's promises over you. When you doubt, they will steady your spirit. When you rejoice, they will lift their voice beside yours, giving glory to the one who brought you together. This is not a fairy tale. This is sacred reality. Heaven's kind of love is rooted, not rushed. It is patient. It is intentional. It is holy. And the reason this person was chosen for you is because your story needs someone who understands the value of sacred things. Someone who won't discard your heart when it's inconvenient. Someone who won't run when growth becomes uncomfortable. Someone who sees your connection not as possession, but as stewardship. A soul who says, I am here not to control, but to cherish, not to use, but to honor, not to take, but to serve. Can you feel the difference? This is why heaven had to be the matchmaker, because only heaven knows what your heart truly needs, and who is capable of holding that need with holy hands. This is why the weight has felt so deep, because the connection will be deeper still. He's not sending you a distraction. He's sending you a divine assignment wrapped in love. So today, let your hope rise again, not in fantasy, but in faith. Faith that God does not withhold what He has promised. There is purpose in this season. While you wait, you are becoming the person who can also hold their heart well. Because God is not just preparing them for you, He is preparing you for them. Their journey has been marked with sacred moments too. They've cried out for clarity. They've longed for someone who will see their soul, not just their surface. They've been learning how to love in a way that is led by the Spirit, not the flesh, so that when you meet, you will both be ready. Can I pause here and gently ask you, if this message is comforting your spirit, I invite you to subscribe for more peaceful, prayerful guidance. Let's walk this sacred path together, one message at a time. Feel free to share your reflections in the comments. This is a safe space. And if someone you love needs this gentle truth, consider sending this video their way. And if this word has blessed you, a humble super thanks is always deeply appreciated. Every offering supports the mission to keep this content flowing to other waiting hearts. Now breathe again with me. And let's continue. You may not know when this person will arrive, but you can trust that they will. God does not tease His children. He does not plant dreams. He does not intend to water. And when this soul steps into your life, you will understand why it had to be them, why others didn't stay, why the timing didn't work before, why the road was long and sometimes lonely. Because this love is different. It's not built on quick sparks or shallow attraction. It's built on soul recognition, on divine timing, on God's fingerprints all over your journey. You'll see signs, not to confuse you, but to confirm you. There will be peace. There will be prayer. There will be purpose. And through it all, God will be the center, not just an addition, but the foundation, the lifeblood of your love. This is why heaven whispers now, to prepare you, to strengthen you, to remind you that the promise still stands. You may not feel ready. You may even fear that you'll mess it up. But God is not calling you to perfection. He is calling you to surrender, to trust, to open, to receive. And this love, this sacred person is not a reward, They are a reflection of God's kindness toward you. You were not made to walk alone. Your heart was not created for isolation. You were crafted with a need to connect deeply, spiritually, truthfully. And the one He's chosen for you carries the other half of that prayer. Together, you will become something heaven celebrates. Two souls, echoing God's love on earth. Two lives, serving as one light in a darkened world. This is the sacred reason they were chosen. And though you may not see it all yet, one day you will look back and understand why it had to be them. The way they speak, the way they pray, the way they listen without rushing. All of it will feel like something you didn't even know you needed, but now could never imagine your life without, and you will say, God, thank you for choosing them. Thank you for not giving me what I thought I wanted, but giving me exactly what I needed, even when I didn't understand. So stay ready, precious soul. Stay open. Let love find you, not in your perfection, but in your authenticity. God's love stories are not fairy tales, they are faith tales. And yours is still being written. Take one more breath with me. Let this truth settle in your chest. Let your spirit whisper yes to the divine unfolding. And if you haven't yet, feel welcome. To subscribe to continue receiving these gentle reminders, leave a comment. I would love to hear what this message stirred in you. Share this word with someone whose hope needs reviving. And if you feel led to offer a super thanks, know it goes toward helping keep this space filled with light, truth, and peace. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are being led to a love that is sacred, spirit-filled, and chosen by God. And the one who has been chosen for you is already on their way. Welcome again, beloved soul. You've made it to this final part, and that matters. Your heart has stayed open. Your spirit has leaned in. And heaven sees that. This is a continuation, but also a deepening. Because what God is doing in your life and in your heart is not surface work. It is sacred, slow, and lasting. And the person He has chosen for you, they are part of that deep, holy transformation. Let's begin where God always begins, with love. Not just emotional love, not just romantic love, but the kind of love that builds altars, not just memories. The kind of love that prays before it speaks, that stays when storms arrive, that washes feet, not just holds hands. That's the kind of love God is sending your way. And the sacred reason He chose them for you? It's because they carry that kind of love, not just in theory, but through trial, through seasons of refinement, through the valleys that taught them compassion and the deserts that taught them how to listen to God's still, small voice. They've walked through their own becoming. They've surrendered dreams. They've been humbled and rebuilt. And it's in that place of surrender that God spoke to them, just like He's speaking to you. There's a holy symmetry in your stories. Wounds that echo one another, not to re-traumatize, but to recognize. Faith that aligns, not just in word, but in lifestyle. And most of all, there's a divine assignment you both carry. It's unique, it's urgent, it's anointed. God doesn't just pair people based on preference. He pairs them based on purpose. So when He looked at you, and all that He planted in you, the gifts, the sensitivity, the hunger to serve, the depth of heart, He said, this soul cannot be paired with just anyone. And so He set apart another, someone equally sensitive to His Spirit, someone whose strength won't silence you, but shelter you, someone who isn't threatened by your light, because they've already found their own in God. They were chosen because they fit, spiritually, emotionally, purposefully. It may not look perfect from the outside. Their story may be rough around the edges, yours might be too. But heaven doesn't match based on polish. Heaven matches based on potential. And together, the two of you will walk into something that glorifies God more than either of you could on your own. You'll sharpen one another, but you'll also soften. You'll learn how to lead in love and follow in humility. This person, the one chosen for you, they won't just say they love God. They'll show it. In the way they handle your heart, in the way they speak about the future, in the way they bring peace to your storms, not more chaos. Their presence will bring clarity. Their character will bring consistency. Their faith will anchor, not shake, your own. That's how you'll know. You won't have to force it. You won't have to question your worth. You won't have to beg for attention or affection. They'll give freely because they've been taught by God to love freely. And when your lives finally align, when the two paths become one, you'll feel the peace of heaven rest upon you. Not the adrenaline of infatuation, but the calm of confirmation, and you'll understand. This is why I waited. This is why others left. This is why it didn't work before. Because God was protecting this. He was preparing both of you, so when the connection finally comes, you'll be ready to build, not just feel, to serve, not just be served, to pray together, not just play house, to move mountains together, not just take pretty pictures. You will be a holy team, a sacred alliance, a union that changes generations. So today, even if you feel alone, know that you're not. God has someone praying for you even now. Someone who's dreaming of the same connection you long for. Someone who's being shaped, moment by moment, to hold your heart gently. And they will not arrive 1 second too late. Let your hope return. Not just hope in people, but hope in God's plan. Hope in divine timing. Hope in what has already been decided in the heavens. You don't have to chase. You don't have to perform. You simply have to trust, live, grow, and stay near to God. Because in staying near to God, you stay aligned with the one He's sending. May I gently pause here. If this word has brought peace to your heart, I invite you to subscribe, not just for more videos, but to stay connected to the sacred rhythm of what God is revealing. If it's spoken to your soul, please comment. Your words may encourage someone else. And if you know someone still waiting, still wondering, send this video to them. Let this message be a reminder that they are not forgotten. And if your spirit is moved to give us super thanks, please know that it's more than a gesture. It's a seed into this space of peace, helping the message reach further, touch deeper, and continue flowing. Your support is honored and received with gratitude. Now, let's return to what your soul most needs to hear. You have not missed it. You have not been overlooked. The person chosen for you. They are coming, not just to love you, but to walk beside you in purpose, to listen, to build, to minister, to grow, and you won't have to question if they're the one. Because peace will confirm what words cannot explain. And heaven will bless what it has ordained. You will see God's fingerprints all over the journey. In the timing, in the way they pray, in how they hold space for your soul, and you'll say, This is what I was waiting for. This is the sacred reason. So be gentle with yourself in the waiting. Don't shrink. Don't settle. Don't rush. God's best is not behind you. It's unfolding before you, moment by moment, breath by breath, prayer by prayer. You are being prepared for a love that does more than inspire you. It will align you, awaken you, and anchor you. The one He has chosen for you is not perfect, but they are purposed. And their presence will bring a holy stillness to your heart. Not because they're your Savior, but because God is with them. And when you walk together, you will walk in His light. You are not waiting for just anyone. You are waiting for the one heaven has chosen, for a sacred reason. A divine partnership. A love that reveals God's heart. So rise in quiet confidence. Smile again, pray again, prepare again, live fully. And stay open. Because soon, beloved soul, you will see the reason God said, wait. You will see why it was them, and you will weep with joy, not because it's perfect, but because it's holy. A love not built by your hands, but by the hands of the one who knows your heart best, and he never makes mistakes. You are cherished, you are guided, you are seen, and you are already connected in the Spirit to the one who is coming. May peace flood your heart now, and may your soul rise in faith, not fear. If this series has walked beside you in any way, you're warmly invited to subscribe to continue this journey of peaceful guidance, spiritual alignment, and holy reminders. Leave a comment if you felt God speaking through this. Share it with someone you love. And if you feel led to give a super thanks, know it helps keep this sacred space growing, so more weary hearts can be reminded that they, too, are chosen. You are deeply loved. And soon, you will understand the sacred reason God chose them, just for you. Peace be with you always. Amen. Welcome back, dear soul. You are returning to something sacred. And heaven rejoices each time your heart leans into what God is gently revealing. This is not just a story about love. It is about calling, about God's orchestration behind the scenes of your life, about how He chooses people, not by what they bring to the table, but by how they honor His presence at the table. So today, as you listen, let your spirit open even more. Let your breath slow. Let your soul quiet, because heaven is still speaking. And what it wants you to know today goes even deeper than before. God did not look at your life and say, "They just need companionship." No, He said, they need someone who understands the anointing they carry. And that is the sacred reason God chose this person. Because they carry the reverence to treat your calling with care. This is not just about emotional compatibility. It's about spiritual accountability. You were never meant to walk with someone who ignores your soul. You were never designed to shrink just to fit in a space where your spirit cannot breathe. And so God chose someone who sees you, not only in your joy, but in your silence. Not only when you shine, but when you are still learning how to rise again. This person has been shaped by seasons just like you. They've had to trust God in the dark. They've had to forgive without closure. They've had to surrender their timeline to heaven's hand. So they will not be confused by your depth. They will not be scared off by your questions. They will meet you with patience, because they too have waited. Their soul will be familiar to yours. Not because of what you've done, but because of what you've become. Two souls trained by the same master, healed by the same mercy, carried through the fire by the same God. That's why it will feel sacred, because it is. And yes, there may be differences. Differences in background, in age, in language, in culture. But those differences will not divide you. They will enrich you. Because the Spirit speaks a language deeper than all of those. The Spirit speaks recognition. You'll see it in their eyes, in how they sit in silence with you and still feel close, in how they pray when no one is watching, in how they bring peace into the spaces where you once felt anxious. They will not come to control you. They will come to cover you, with grace, with honor, with truth spoken in love, and you will do the same for them. This is heaven's design. Two souls walking together, not by flesh, but by faith. This is why the waiting has been holy. Because anything sacred must be prepared with care. You may have felt forgotten, but God was not withholding. He was protecting. He was shaping. He was watching over you and them, so that when the moment came, you would both be ready. And beloved, you are getting ready. Even now. Each lesson, each delay, each silent night where you wondered if anyone would ever truly understand you, was not wasted. It was all part of preparing you for a love that would not require you to explain your worth, but would already know it. This person, they will not be perfect, but they will be present. They will not complete you, but they will walk with you in your completion. God chose them because of what you are destined to build together. A family, a ministry, a life that reflects the peace of heaven. a testimony that will water other weary hearts. Your union is not just about love, it's about light. It's about what your two stories can heal when joined as one, and that's why you'll know it's from God. Because the love won't end with you. It will flow through you. Can I pause for a moment and speak to your heart? If this message is blessing you today, if it's touching a deep place in your soul, I gently invite you to subscribe to this peaceful spiritual channel. There is more to come, and I want you to walk with us as heaven keeps speaking. Feel free to comment and share what's resonating with you. This space is open for your truth. And if someone you care for needs to be reminded that God hasn't forgotten them, share this message with them. And if you feel led to support this mission with a super thanks, please know that every gift helps us keep producing peaceful, spirit-led content to reach more souls just like yours, those in need of calm, clarity, and truth. We are deeply grateful for you. Let's return now to the sacred thread, the person God has chosen for you. They're not coming to fix your life. They're coming to walk in it with you. To witness your unfolding, to hold space for your transformation, to remind you that love doesn't have to feel like a battlefield. It can feel like coming home. Their voice will bring clarity, not confusion. Their touch will calm, not cloud. Their prayers will build, not bind. Their presence will be evidence of God's goodness. And here is something you need to know. You are also being chosen for them. Their prayers are being answered through you. The work you've done, the healing you've embraced, the gentleness you've protected, it's not unnoticed. There is someone who is already thanking God for you. Even if they haven't met you yet. Even if they don't know your name. Because their spirit knows that someone is being prepared who will see them the way heaven sees them. That someone is you. So keep walking in grace. Keep preparing, not by striving, but by becoming, by deepening in love, by rooting yourself in God. Because when you are rooted in Him, the right person will not uproot your peace. They will water it. You won't have to lose yourself to be loved. You won't have to abandon your purpose to keep someone near. The one God chose for you will cherish the very parts of you that others once overlooked. They will speak your name in prayer, not just in passion. They will hold your heart with reverence, knowing it's been entrusted to them by God, and that is the sacred reason. This love will not be loud in the way the world defines loud. It will be loud in the Spirit. Heaven will rejoice, and your soul will rest. Let these truths settle in now. Let them wash over the places that still feel uncertain. You are not being teased by heaven. You are being trusted with timing, with purpose, with a love that is worth every step of the wait. And when it comes, you'll know. Because peace will fill the room before words are even spoken. And you'll look back on all the delays, all the prayers, all the letting go. And you'll say, now I see, now I understand. This is the sacred reason God chose them just for me. If your heart is still breathing slower, still receiving these words, I invite you once again, stay connected. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Leave your prayer or reflection in the comments below. I read everyone. Share this word with someone God has placed on your heart. And if you feel the Spirit nudge you, a super thanks offering helps us keep spreading peace. This is not the end of your story. It's only the next sacred chapter. You are chosen. You are prepared. And very soon, you will be united with the one heaven whispered into your story long before you even knew how to ask. Peace be upon you always. Amen. Welcome once more, beloved soul. You are here, still listening, still open. And heaven sees the quiet endurance of your faith. You may not always feel it, but you are being led with tenderness by the hand of God. And what you're sensing now is not imagination, it's confirmation. Heaven is speaking again. And your heart, your beautiful, God-seeking heart, is exactly where it needs to be. So let's begin this sacred continuation. The person God chose for you, they are not coming into your life to rescue you from your story. They are coming to walk beside you inside of it, to co-write the next chapters with prayer, wisdom, and honor. This is not a savior. You already have one. His name is Jesus, this person. They are a partner, a sacred witness to the journey God has led you through, a spiritual companion for the new season. He's preparing you to step into. And here's something the Spirit wants you to know. There's no such thing as too late. In God's timeline, the one He has chosen for you will not miss you. They will not be delayed by the decisions of man. They will not be confused by counterfeits, because their steps are ordered, and so are yours. Even in your waiting, you are not stagnant. You are moving forward in spirit. You are being readied to love and be loved in a deeper way than you've ever known. Because this love, it isn't surface level. It isn't based on convenience or chemistry alone. It is rooted in covenant. Covenant doesn't waver when feelings shift. Covenant stands when storms come. Covenant stays rooted in the will of God even when the world says to walk away. And that's the kind of bond God is preparing you for. The reason He chose this person for you is because they honor covenant. They've made promises to God that shape them. They've surrendered their desires to God's refining fire. They've been pruned by trials so that they can love you from a place of patience, not pressure. They've learned to wait with joy, to serve with humility, to speak with truth, and to listen with love. God looked at their journey and looked at yours and said, these two souls, when joined, will carry my presence well. They won't just say they love you. They will show it with consistency, with reverence, with spiritual maturity, and you won't have to teach them how to value you, because the Spirit already has. They know how to value what's holy. And you, dear one, are holy to God. That is why the connection you're about to receive is not something you need to chase. It is something you prepare your spirit to receive. Let that truth wash over you. There's no striving in God's promises, only trusting, only showing up with open hands and an anchored heart. Your soul may still carry questions. What if I've waited too long? What if I missed the sign? What if they change their mind? But hear this clearly. What God joins together, no voice of doubt can separate. No missed opportunity, no broken past, no outside opinion, because this connection is not built on circumstance. It's built on assignment, and heaven always finishes what it starts. You and this person, you are being drawn together not by force, but by faith. Faith in something deeper. Faith in what can only be built by two people who know the cost of love and are still willing to give everything to protect it. There is a strength in this person's spirit, not prideful strength, not controlling strength, but quiet, steady, servant-hearted strength. They will walk into your life not to take from you, but to give. Not to possess you, but to steward your heart in a way that reflects heaven, and you will do the same. That's the beauty of a God-ordained union. It is not built on one person giving and the other taking. It is a constant exchange of grace, a rhythm of two souls learning to serve one another with joy and surrender to God with trust. Now, I want to pause and humbly ask you again, if this message is speaking to the quiet places in your soul, please consider subscribing to this peaceful spiritual channel. Let this be a place where you return again and again to be reminded of God's presence in your journey. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your reflection could bless someone else. Share this video with someone who needs to believe again. And if this message has ministered to your heart, a simple super thanks offering can help continue this work, supporting the creation of spirit-led content that reaches hearts just like yours. Thank you for helping keep this space sacred and filled with peace. Let's return now, because heaven is still unveiling beauty. You may not know what the future holds, but you know the one who holds it. And that's all you need. When this person enters your life, Whether gradually or suddenly, there will be divine timing. God will have gone ahead of both of you. There will be no need to manipulate, no need to force conversations, no fear of abandonment, because God will be the center, the seal between your souls. You'll see it in how you are led to pray for one another, in how you are drawn to serve together, in how God uses your individual gifts to create something collectively beautiful. This is not just a relationship. It is a partnership in purpose. It is the kind of connection that doesn't just feel good. It bears fruit, and that fruit will bless many others. It will encourage other weary hearts. It will inspire people to believe again in God's timing. It will show the world that yes, there is still holy love. There are still kingdom partnerships. And you will be part of that testimony. You've waited long enough to settle. Now you're being invited to rise. To rise into a new season. To receive what God has handpicked for you. To love with wisdom. To be loved without condition. To grow with someone who doesn't just desire your body, but values your soul. This person, they are not coming to rewrite your story. They are coming to join it. To co-author new chapters where love and purpose walk hand in hand, and you will not be alone in discerning it. God will confirm it. He will quiet your fears. He will highlight their heart. And you will know. There will be peace. There will be clarity. There will be joy that cannot be explained, and it will all point back to the truth. God chose them for you. You were not overlooked. You were preserved. You were not rejected. You were redirected towards something higher, deeper, and holier. So breathe again, believe again, prepare again. Because God is not finished, the story is still being written. And the best part, the chapter where two lives intertwine for heaven's purpose. It's just beginning. If your heart has found rest in these words, you're warmly invited to subscribe. Let this space be your spiritual home for calm, clarity, and God-centered encouragement. Feel free to comment with your reflections. Your words matter here. Share this message with someone else waiting in quiet faith. And if you feel led to support this mission with a super thanks, please know your offering keeps this space growing, so that more hearts can be reached with the truth of God's timing and love. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are right on time for the blessing heaven has prepared. And the sacred reason God chose them for you. You will soon see it. Not only with your eyes, but with your heart. Peace go with you now, beloved. Until the next message meets you again. Amen. Welcome back, gentle soul. You've stayed the course. You've listened, reflected, and let your heart be softened by the voice of heaven. And now, in this final part of our journey together, I invite you to lean in even closer. Because what heaven wants to speak now is not just about love, it's about legacy. Yes, God chose someone for you. But not only for your comfort, He chose them for your calling. For the generations that will come through your union. For the light that will shine from your life together. For the quiet ways your love will heal others simply by existing. This is about what love reflects back to the world. Your story matters. Your relationship will matter. And the person who is coming into your life has also been carrying a piece of this divine purpose. They are not being sent to complete you. You are already whole in God. But together, you will reflect the wholeness of God's design. It's not about perfection. It's about devotion. Two hearts kneeling before the same God, each day choosing faith, choosing love, choosing to protect what was birthed in the Spirit. This is why the way has been sacred. This is why some connections, no matter how close, were not allowed to last, because God was not building a romance. He was preparing a revelation. A love story that would reveal something of His heart to everyone who witnesses it. You may think, but I'm not ready. Or, will I know how to love them the right way? But beloved, God is not asking you to show up perfect. He's asking you to show up open, willing to learn, willing to forgive, willing to love not with your strength alone, but with His Spirit flowing through you, because what's coming is not ordinary. It is divinely designed, a holy union with a holy purpose. And the reason He chose this specific person is because their soul is woven in such a way that your heart feels safe when it rests near them. You will feel at ease. You will not have to defend your softness. You will not have to shrink your faith. You will not have to second-guess your worth. They will know because God has shown them. And you will recognize because God will confirm it. This is how Spirit-led love works. Not chaos, not confusion, not emotional highs that fade with time, but consistent peace, honest growth, unshakable trust built on God's foundation. You won't just share moments, you'll share mission. You won't just say, "I love you." You'll live it through how you serve one another daily. Your love will have fruit. It will encourage others to believe again. It will raise children in truth or mentor others in faith. It will give when the world wants to take. It will shine where the world has grown dark. This is why God had to choose. Because only heaven sees what is needed for that kind of love. And if you're wondering how to prepare for it, begin by being who God made you to be. Live in honesty. Pray in the quiet. Serve without expecting applause. Heal what needs healing. Protect your peace. And stay near to the whisper of God. Because when they arrive, you'll recognize the sound of their spirit. It will match the rhythm of the healing you've already begun. You will not have to chase. You will not have to perform. You will simply recognize and respond. And that is the sacred reason God chose them just for you. Now, if your heart has been touched by this series, if these words have met you in a deep, silent place within, may I gently remind you, you're invited to stay connected. Subscribe to this peaceful spiritual channel, so these kinds of messages can continue guiding your heart in faith and clarity. Leave your prayer or your thoughts in the comments. You are not alone in this journey, and your words may breathe hope into someone else. If someone comes to mind, someone waiting, someone weary, share this message with them. Let them be reminded that God has not forgotten their story. And if this content has deeply blessed you, a super thanks. Gift is never taken lightly. Every offering supports the creation of more videos like this. Calm, sacred, Spirit-led guidance for hearts all around the world. And for that, I thank you deeply. Now let us return to the final sacred reminders. You have not been denied. You have been protected. You have not been overlooked. You have been chosen, the person God selected for you. They are being shaped even now, in quiet places, through prayer, through surrender, through the same kind of questions you've been asking. And soon, when the time is right, not according to your clock, but God's eternal wisdom, your paths will align. And it won't feel like striving. It won't feel like confusion. It will feel like peace. You'll see the hand of God in the details, in how you meet, in how you talk, in how their presence strengthens your walk with the Lord, not distracts from it. Because when heaven writes the script, the fruit always points back to the vine. Your love will not only bless your lives, it will bless others. It will be healing to the people who cross your path. It will be a message without words, a quiet sermon on the beauty of waiting for God's best. And one day, when you're sitting beside them, laughing, crying, praying, dreaming, you will say, "God, I see now. I see why it had to be them. I see the sacred reason. And I thank you for every no that protected this yes." You are not behind. You are not late. You are simply walking the long, faithful road toward a love that has eternal fingerprints. May your heart continue to soften. May your faith rise again. And may you hold this truth close. Heaven is not silent. God has not forgotten. And the one He chose just for you is being guided by the same light that is now gently guiding you. So breathe, beloved. Trust again. Wait with joy. Prepare in peace. and love the Lord with all your heart, for in doing so, you are already becoming the answer to someone's prayer. Let your heart rest now. And if this journey has been a blessing to your spirit, you're warmly invited once more to subscribe, to share, to comment, or to offer a super thanks if you feel led. Your support, both spiritual and practical, makes a way for more souls to find these messages, to feel seen, known, and held in the arms of God. You are deeply loved, divinely guided, and sacredly connected to something greater than yourself. And very soon, you will see it in full. This is the sacred reason and the sacred love chosen just for you. Peace go with you always. Until we meet again. Amen.